It started as an ordinary summer ride through Puma Forest in 1978. 16-year-old Roger Koch and his friends were enjoying the winding trails when they spotted something that didn't belong. An abandoned government trailer, its windows shattered, door swaying gently in the breeze. The smell hit them first, that sickly sweet stench of something long dead. Roger's hands shook as he pushed the door open wider, his flashlight revealing a nightmare that would haunt Yuba County for decades to come. 5 young men had disappeared months earlier, their lives ending in this lonely stretch of wilderness, under circumstances no one could explain. Ted Weir, Gary Mathias, Bill Sterling, Jack Madera, and Jack Hewitt weren't just friends. They were family. Life hadn't been kind to them. Ted struggled with simple things like stop signs. Jack Hewitt could barely hold a conversation. And Gary fought his own inner demons. But together on the basketball court, they were unstoppable. Their team, the Gateway Gators, was their pride and joy. And that February night in 1978, they'd been celebrating a big-game victory. The clerk at Bear's Market remembered their laughter as they bought snacks, milk, sodas, chips, just before closing time. "You boys are my last customers," he'd grumbled as they piled into Jack's prized 1969 Mercury. The tires crunched over gravel as they pulled away into the night. Then, nothing. For days, search teams combed every road between Chico and Yuba City. Nothing. Then, 3 days later, Jack's car turned up, 38 miles in the wrong direction, deep in Puma Forest. The keys were missing, the windows were rolled down, food wrappers littered the seats. Why would they drive deeper into the wilderness when home was the other way? The answer was worse than anyone could have imagined. When Roger and his friends found that trailer months later, the horror of what had happened began to unfold. Ted's body was inside, his corpse curled in a corner. He'd starved to death just feet away from unopened cans of food. His beard had grown long, his body withered to skin and bones. The most chilling detail: he'd been alive in that trailer for nearly 2 months. Nearby, searchers found Bill and Jack Madera's bodies in a shallow ravine. Jack Hewitt lay about a mile away. Only Gary was never found, his disappearance adding another layer of mystery to an already baffling case. The question swirled like the forest winds. Why didn't they eat the food? The trailer was stocked with supplies, yet only a few cans had been opened. Why didn't they light the propane heater as the freezing nights closed in? A stranded motorist claimed to have seen them that night, said they were with a group that included a woman and baby, but when he called for help, they'd just driven away. Some say it was a cruel prank gone wrong, that someone lured them into the woods for fun and left them to die. Others whisper about Gary, the only one never found. Did he know something the others didn't? Or was it simply a tragic case of 5 young men getting lost and, against all logic, giving up? This isn't just a ghost story. It's a warning etched in tragedy. Their greatest strength, their loyalty to each other, may have been their undoing. It makes you wonder, how many times have we followed friends into situations we shouldn't have? How often do we ignore that little voice saying something isn't right? The forest has long since reclaimed that abandoned trailer. The boys are buried now, their basketball trophies gathering dust. But sometimes when the wind howls through Puma Forest just right, you can almost hear their laughter, frozen in time on that last, ordinary night. So the next time you're about to follow friends into the unknown, ask yourself, Do I know the way back? Because some mysteries don't get solved. They just become warnings for the rest of us. What do you think really happened that night? The truth might be out there, waiting in the shadows of Puma Forest.